Want to play through the whole movement, or do you want to work on a specific section?
Okay.
Do you want to play through?
Yeah.
Do it. Sweet. It's only an amazing piece of art. They're playing the first movement of the Debussy Quartet, you guys. Opus 10. I have to say, you're a quartet after my heart. I love the energy. For me, that's what it's all about. And it was Tre Decide, which of course means muy decide, which of course means very decided, right? I love that. You really brought that out. You are, I think if you don't, I don't know what your quartet name is, but it should be something like music like a tsunami. You are a force, man. You are a wave that I want to ride because I'm going to start surfing soon because I love Hawaii. Just kidding. I'm not going to start surfing. But, oh, yeah, you guys, it's cool. I think I've heard you play Beethoven before, right, and stuff? So, whoa, sweet. I'm allergic to page turns, so I love it when people don't have any. Chaloha. You should see my part to this. It's like really tiny. Because when I first learned it, I had excellent vision. So anyway, that's beautiful. And the highlights, there's highlighted sections. What are those? Are those dynamic things? Okay, I love that too. Chaloa, and your cellos. What's going on? Now, for those of you guys who don't know, this particular band, that's right, I call them a band. Remember, mentally 13 3/4, or is it 13 1/2? Okay, okay. It goes down every year I get older now. From the time I was 46, it's been going down. So for a while, I was, you know, just an old teenager, but now I'm getting younger. These guys actually switched to the point of like bracha, bracha, bracha. I was like ready for you to start playing viola, right? So they all switched so that each one of them plays viola and violin in one of the pieces they play, right? I didn't explain that very well, but you know what I mean. Okay. So I love that, and I love this energy, and actually, I have to say too, you get a kind of an amazingly brilliant and beautiful quartet sound. Do you guys do scales or Bach chorales or something just to work on sound? By your face, I can tell no. So that is what I call a happy accident. Look, we don't complain about those. If you have a beautiful quartet sound, don't complain. Just be happy about it, okay? So, you know, for me, there were a couple of things. There's actually a couple of pitches that my quartet plays differently than you guys, and one or two rhythms, so I'll talk to you about that when we're done. So you remind me, because I don't want to focus on that, because I got other things on my agenda, all right? Oh yeah, I do accents. Yeah, okay. I like doing the hillbilly one these days, just saying. Sometimes I do it with a little lisp like that, okay? Like my lisp? Okay. She's like, okay, you're so weird. At least you don't have to worry. Nobody could be weirder than me on stage, so y'all are cool. The thing I wanted to talk to you about was actually color of tone. And in this piece, of course, the germ that becomes the motivation for the piece is what happens in those first two measures. That motive, you guys know that, right? You know, it's like in all the other movements, there's a variation of that becomes the, like, sort of a idea that just you can't let go of, almost like the idea fixed from Berlioz, Symphony Fantastique. And then the work is cyclical, so that comes back, but at the very end, this actual open thing comes back in G major in the last movement. I don't know if you know that. Have you played the last movement? Oh, I like that. Oh, no. Oh, don't be silly, Maddie. What you talking? Okay, I like that. So it comes back at the end in the coda in really a triumphant way, so it's really cool. But in this first movement, I think that motive appears, I think about, well, it's also a teenager. It's around the same age as me, around 14 times. So, and it comes back orchestrated with different voices, in different dynamics, with different harmonies. It's kind of fantastic. So, what I'm obsessing about though right now are the really, really soft, colorful moments, and I want to talk to you about the tone of that. You're smiling because you're like, oh, we've talked about this before, right? Okay, but I have a handout. Okay, I have a handout, and I'm going to share. And the people here at Fischoff, printed this out for me on some really beautiful green paper. I think it looks like sort of the key. I'd say this is kind of in the realm of G, maybe E flat major. I'm not really sure. Can somebody from each group come and get some copies of this sucker? Send your representative down right away. Okay, don't be shy. Meet a guy. Pull up a chair around the corner, or whistling down the handout. I put my phone to come on, deliver a handout. Who recognizes the song I'm singing? Could it be? Yes, it. West Side Story. It's from West Side Story. Leather jacket. Alright. Ruby glasses. And cello. Alright. So this, you guys, oh, I have some extras for parental unit people, if you'd like some. It's really pretty. Anybody? Okay, no? Alright. And you mind seeing if they want things. So, you notice it's called Mary's Dynamic Key. And I came up with this handout. Well, I actually invented it on my computer about 6 years ago, and I went nuts with the fonts, in case you can't tell. But I decided about 15 years ago, when my quartet was doing our first Bartok cycle, actually it was about 13 years ago, that, you know, Bartok and a lot of these composers, especially from Beethoven on, they get very, very specific with their directions with dynamics. And so I thought, you know what, these dynamics are the composer's emotional palette. It's something they're giving for extra direction. And a lot of times, they're putting them in there, and if you study the score and you look at things like harmony and melody and rhythm and all those things that comprise this great music we play, you can understand why maybe they're trying to do that. But I sort of thought, well, gosh, you know, what do these dynamics mean to me? Is there another way I can say it besides pianissimo is very, very soft, piano is soft, you know, mezzo piano is a little louder, but not as soft as piano. So I came up with these words, and I'm really wanting to obsess with you guys on the first three. You notice that there's 3 types of pianissimo that I'm labeling. I'm calling these categories. And the reason I have that is because I feel that pianissimo, of all the dynamic markings, is the most spectacular. When you see pianissimo, you have to do something spectacular. In fact, I think we should all say that very dramatically in a sort of whispered voice, very enunciated. We'll say spectacular on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, spectacular. Can you enunciate a little more? 1, 2, 3, spectacular. Great. You can do a little British accent. 1, 2, spectacular. Okay, that was great. That was better with the British accent. So, if I may I play your cello for a moment, Boo? I love your cello. It looks kind of like mine. It's not a Vion, is it? Okay, it looks kind of like mine. Is it insured? Great, then I can drop it. I'm just kidding, I won't drop it. You guys notice that on this dynamic key, on their pianissimo, there are 3 types. The distant pianissimo is a sound or a color you want to create that sounds far away. So in order to do that technically, you go take the bow. Ooh, whoa, look at that, carbon fiber. Ooh, it looks like a snake. Woo, okay. You take the bow and you go to a very low overtone contact point, I'd say kind of over the fingerboard, and you would use a steady, probably not fast bow, probably slow bow, and very little or no vibrato. So this is in G, so I'll do this on a G. So I'm trying to create here a sound what sounds like it's rather far away. Like my G is over yonder. See right down the road, it's about 5 kilometers away, all right? You hear that? Okay? All right, so that's what I call a distant pianissimo. And you can do it with a little vibrato, but not too much, because the vibrations from our left hand kind of energize or excite the sound. Now, the second type of pianissimo I call the intimate pianissimo. And the intimate pianissimo is actually the most voluminous of the 3 categories of pianissimo. So this one has more of a core contact point, but not total core, so it's a little closer to the bridge. This one also has left hand vibrations, but the left hand vibrations are wide and not too fast. So I actually, for the intimates, I don't know if any of you guys have this, one of my best friends is a close talker. So when she sees me, she's always like, Mary, what do you think of my lipstick? Don't. What do you think? She's always like that. And I'm like, whoa, it's so suddenly in my face. And that's, okay, I'm going to smile again. Sorry. All right, so there. Sorry, I just was doing that for making a point. You were really good sport about that. So I want to make a sound that feels like it's kind of going to get more in the, or kind of reach out to the face of the audience. So like, it's not that soft, but it doesn't have the full-on edge of a projection, of a projected quality of sound. Okay? So that's the intimate pianissimo. The third one, the suppressed energy, this is totally from Yo-Yo. I don't know if any of you guys have ever, it's not the same on his recording, but if you've ever seen Yo-Yo Ma play the Elgar Concerto live, have you seen him play the Elgar Concerto live? Unbelievable, unbelievable. Like he'll do one of these with what I call suppressed energy, and it's where technically you go back to that low overtone contact point over the fingerboard, but this time you have maniacal left-hand vibration. So it's like, you're suppressing the energy, it wants to emerge. And here, go ahead and sit down for a second. What I often say for this is, everyone imagine with me for a moment that you're in some sort of public forum where there's something that's going on in the center that everyone is focused on. Like, I don't know if you go to church or temple or some sort of thing where everybody's sort of quiet and reverential, or a chamber music concert does it work? Yes, quiet, yes. And something is going on stage where everybody in the audience is just kind of holding their breath. It's quiet. Something's about to happen. You all are waiting and you know it's going to change your life. And it just so happens you've attended this event with a 3-year-old child. And at the moment it's about to happen, you look down at that 3-year-old child. And that 3-year-old child is looking up at you going, and you go, no! But you don't say it, you feel it. And that's the sound you want to make. So you're like, no, no. Anything to suppress that energy, okay? All right? So I'm tossing out these 3 types of pianissimo, especially for y'all with this Debussy, because I think that you are on fire with all the strong, decided, bright, heroic qualities in this. But I think some of your pianissimi could be more spectacular, okay? So, okay, your turn. Okay, all right. Can everybody take a note in a G minor chord? Why don't you take the root? Why don't you do the low G, but play in 4th position on the C? Why don't you be 5th man, take the D? That one. There we go. Why don't you be upper octave? No. Thank you. You'll be the B flat. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Okay, cool. Okay. So I'm going to ask these guys to try that. Can we first try, you guys, go to that low overtone contact point on the fingerboard, no vibrato, and see if you get a very steady bow speed. Ready? This is distant. Pretty good. Now, let's balance it. You guys, when you're balancing a chord, what do you balance in a chord? How do you balance? What are some strategies for balancing a chord in a string quartet? Anybody? Tell me.
At the bottom, do they have to play louder?
Yeah. Aloha. Okay, thank you. Whoa, you've trained them well. That's fantastic. So when you're balancing a chord, you want the lower intervals to be a little bit more because that will help with tuning and everything else. You guys already know that. But right now, the G needs to be a little bit more like it's just an overtone to his G's. Can you float it even more? Really? Sweet. Let's try it again. For me, I needed an peu, that's French for a little. Peu more B flat. Let's build it up. Let me hear the 5th, guys. Wow, that's amazing. I tell you what, I'm going to make this easy for you. Why don't you do that in, like, I don't know, 3rd position, whatever you want to do. Is that okay? Cellists don't do 3rd position, do we? Not really. So if you go 1-4, that's better. It's better in that color. Try it also on the A string. Well done. That's much better. That's great. Okay, now let's try intimate. This one is more core, so the contact point goes a little closer to the bridge, okay? all right? And this time you have a little vibrato, not too fast, but nice and wide, okay? And you can go on another string if you want to for this, okay? Let's try, ready? And. That's nice, now balance it, so maybe you need to be more. That's a little too much. Let me go out here. That's not fair. What do you guys think? Does that sound balanced? That's pretty good. It's pretty good. I feel like you're about ready to get in my face and talk to me about my makeup. That's great. Okay, now, can we try the suppressed energy? Go back to that low overtone contact point, but maniacally expressive fortissimo vibrato. Ready, and. You're a little too coarse here. It's pretty good. It can be a little faster. The vibrato, I mean. That's really great. Okay, so I'm just saying, you guys, that's a palette of pianissimi that you can work on. Sometimes my quartet will actually do a scale, at least an 8-note scale together, trying to achieve each one of those colors to see if we can do it. And we'll do it in a chord like this. Now, having said that, what is it, number, let's go to the first one of my favorite spots, is measure 29. I'm sorry, 28. Measure 28, right? That's definitely a pianissimo that I didn't hear sounding nearly spectacular enough. But out of the 3 chord categories I proposed to you guys, do you have one of those colors, distant, intimate, or suppressed energy, that you think this one should be? Tell me. Let's try distant. Can we try that? A little under tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, and I'm sorry. I'm counting the wrong meter, aren't I? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2. Great. Now, this is something we can work with. Okay, a couple of things, just so you know. I think to achieve it, on the syncopation, the first 8th note, not too bright of an attack. Kind of a whoa, whoa. Oh, sorry. Whoa. Very chill. Let's try that. So nothing too bright or sharply abrupt with that 8th note. 2 and 3 and 4 and. No, even softer. No vibrato either. Can we try it? A little faster. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. No vibrato. So it's kind of just pulled, and we're not balancing quite. See if you can. I believe it. I can't believe I'm going to say this to you, but way to go, bro. A little softer, okay? Right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, good, but not so much fast bow on that 8th note. Try it even slower. Kind of, so instead of going, it's kind of like, whoa. Okay? Everybody, can we try to do like, ready? And we're going to do a, oh, whoa. Ready? And whoa. Okay, I was just trying to see if anyone else would be as foolish as me, apparently not. Good to know. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. A little longer. Yes. Let's try a little faster. 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and sorry, 1 and 2 and 3. Now, as you're getting faster, it's getting more intense in its energy. Can you still keep it more chill? 1, 2, 1, go. No vibrato. Great. Now, 2 bars before we're even starting. Is that a rehearsal number? 1. Great. And now that's piano. So here's the deal. I can tell you from having played this piece maybe 200 times, number 1 can't be too soft. So I would say with number 1, look on the dynamic key. What does it say next to piano? Singing. Piano, you guys, is a very interesting marking. Pablo Casals said of piano that it can range from pianissimo to fortissimo. It just depends on the context. Okay? So with that in mind, I'm going to say that this is going to be kind of an overtly sung, warm piano. Can we try that? By having said that, you'll probably have the contact point where? A little close to the bridge. You'll definitely have some nice, nice creamy, some sort of wonderful spread for my bagel tomorrow, right, in the left hand. And then when you get to the 3rd bar, Whoa. That's spectacular. So right at 1, 1, 2, ready, go. Not bad. Do you mind if I take a shot? Sorry, it's very difficult. It might need a little bit of space or time to make it even more spectacular. Yeah, there's a reason you wear glasses. Can I try with you from 1? I tell you what, let's see if anybody can play softer than me at the 3rd bar. From number 1, 1, 2, hit our moms. Not bad. See if you can have them do it. Real cellists, come back. Number 1, 1, 1, 2, hit your mom. No vibrato. Just chill. Yes. Yes. Oh man, that was amazing. Okay, that takes a lot of courage to do that kind of color. And that is what you need to do. Especially right there, because that's my favorite place of all time. Maybe close, at least among the top 500 favorite places, okay? So that's how spectacular that has to be. Now, I actually thought at measure 13, that's the first pianissimo, correct? Measure 13? I thought your color there was kind of amazing. But I thought when you had the motive in pianissimo, it could have been more spectacular. So I would recommend to you guys, just see what you want to do. Before you play this again, go through all the pianissimi and try to decide as a quartet which category they might fit in. Is it a distant, an intimate, or a suppressed energy? And then have somebody listen to you and explain to them what you want to do and see, because it's really different here than it is out there, okay? Did you also notice that to get to that, you needed a little bit of time or rubato to get into the 3rd bar? So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. You know, sometimes it takes that kind of control to do that. Okay, it's time.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You guys, thank you for trying these notions and beautiful playing. Bravo. Bravo.